I'm sure you guys have seen that there's been several videos circulating lately that the VA, you know the rest. I don't want to get flagged for extremist content over here, but that they are comprised, some that they're finding, of 99% graphene oxide. Graphene oxide is a compound of carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. It can be less than 1 nanometer thick, okay? And it literally is a superconductor. And I've posted a ton on ferromagnetic nanobots, nanoparticles, their relationship with EMFs and the 5G grid, and specifically magnetoprotein and magnetoinfection. And these are all pretty much the same thing with the same characteristics. You know, you can replace nanobots with Morgellons, right? They're interchangeable. Graphene oxide shares the exact same characteristics and interacts the same way as this magnetoprotein, right? And results in this magnetoinfection. So graphene oxide has been found in masks, PCR tests, a plethora of products, now and also has been found in chemtrail fallout. Because we know that they're not only getting this technology in us via because not everybody is getting that. So they perfected the method of deployment, which was, aerosol spraying, right, from the sky that literally no human on Earth in an area that's sprayed can avoid, and also through the food and water supply and any sort of personal care products. So we've already seen that these ferromagnetic nanoparticles, nanobots in pretty much everything. So, they wanted to make sure that nobody missed out on their fun and games, right? Can't have that. So what I find really interesting is that the only thing that I've come across that is able to detox and remove graphene oxide is glutathione. Now, I personally don't believe a glutathione supplement is available or is able to actually mimic glutathione in our system. However, precursors to glutathione, right, amino acids like glycine and cysteine and glutamic acid, and things like NAC, right? NAC is probably the most well-known precursor to glutathione that helps your body make more of this absolutely essential, critical mineral. So, is it any surprise that that was the first supplement that the FDA banned in the last couple weeks? Probably not. Thankfully, there are things that we can do to boost glutathione production, things that I do normally anyways, because glutathione is so absolutely critical in so many functions and cofactors in the body, but especially things like immune function. You need glutathione to have a healthy, strong immune system. It's also absolutely essential for proper methylation and detoxification. So if we are not producing enough of this, which a lot of us aren't, and some of the reasons we aren't are the other things that they thought of. So stress will deplete glutathione stores immensely, okay? Most people are under a pretty considerable amount of stress in this modern world, especially the last couple years, I would say. Sleep. Proper sleep is absolutely crucial for glutathione production. And what are we seeing a lot of lately, right? Disruptions in sleep, insomnia, multiple things, but so many that are caused by the electromagnetic frequencies and fields, right? And the fact that we are not producing enough melatonin because we are constantly bombarded with these non-native frequencies. And aside from sleep and stress, radiation in general absolutely decimates glutathione production. So we are 24/7 constantly bombarded, right, with these non-native frequencies and radiation. Another thing that depletes glutathione, GMOs and toxins. I don't know. I think we got a lot of those in the environment right now, okay? Sprayed on us from above, food, water supply, personal care products. Again, they've literally put poison in everything. So our glutathione production is not where it's supposed to be. But there are some very simple things that we can do to boost. Why can't I say boost? Glutathione production. And it's because my brain starts to think of like the next word ahead. And so then I just mix them all up. Anyways, that we can do to boost production naturally and really help the precursors to glutathione so that our body production, so that we can naturally boost our glutathione levels and help detox the graphene oxide that is in all of us, you know, some more than others, and the rest of the stuff that they constantly fill us with, because that's the MO, right, is to fill the population as much as possible with their toxic agenda, because then the result of that is you get a completely zombified population who literally can't use their brain, right, or break out of the cell that they're under, and they need people to be highly toxic, right, and they need people to be in an impaired state for the agenda to work. So one good thing is that you'll see on my list of things that naturally help boost glutathione, and the precursors to that are going to overlap with a lot of my other supplement recommendations. You know, for instance, things that I recommend that I take daily to disable and kill the bots, or protect, you know, on a cellular level from EMF radiation, or to decalcify the pineal gland, or just my general supplementation protocol that I use. A lot of these things you're going to also find on the list to boost glutathione, which is really great because we don't want to have to be taking and remembering all the things all the time. So I am just going to share some, you know, easy, some are just everyday foods and things that you can do. Sulfur is one of the most important things that you can do to boost glutathione production, and I use fulvic and humic acid for that because it is a really rich source of sulfur, and many other trace minerals, but that's my preferred source for that. Or things like cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, garlic. Garlic is super high in sulfur. One tip, I won't go off on a tangent or I won't have room in my stories, but so garlic has a sulfur-containing compound called allicin in it. But when it is chopped, it converts to allicin. And allicin is actually where all garlic's potent properties come from. So not only does it need to be chopped or chewed to create that conversion to the allicin, right, which is going to be the highly usable form of sulfur that we want, but it also starts to degrade about an hour after chopping. So this is why certain things like a garlic pill, right? I've seen garlic pills, supplements at the store, and I'm like, it's the dumbest thing ever. Like, it doesn't do anything, you know, but people buy it because they think like, oh, garlic's good for you. Or the pre-chopped, I know a lot of people buy pre-chopped garlic, like from Costco or something, you know, like in a jar. I don't know, I've seen it. And I get it. Like, you know, we're such a convenience-driven society, but you sacrifice a lot of things for convenience. And health, for sure, is one of those things. So with garlic, it is best raw. Raw and chopped, raw and chewed, it burns. But like if somebody here gets sick, I mean, we do, you know, there's a handful of things that are my go-tos. Everybody chews a raw garlic. It'll also really help kill parasites. So now fresh garlic in a tincture can preserve some of the properties, but anything else like in a pill or a dehydrated form is not going to do anything for you. So if you're looking to get sulfur content, that's fine, honey. If you're looking to get sulfur content from garlic, as well as its, you know, many other amazing properties, you want to just chew it up, suck it up, do it raw. That's my tangent for the day because typically I always have to have one. So we're just going to call that